He's been our colleague here at CBS News, anchored NBC's Meet the Press, and is a best-selling author. Marvin Kalb's latest book is called A Different Russia. Given the week's news about Ukraine, his thoughts couldn't be more timely.
I've been a journalist now for more than 70 years, focusing on American foreign policy.
This is Marvin Kalb in Moscow.
I was CBS's Moscow correspondent, its diplomatic correspondent, and covered the one and only summit meeting in 1961 between President John Kennedy and Soviet Premier Nikita Khrushchev. I learned that a summit without detailed preparation can lead to a disaster. A summit soon between Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin strikes me as a highly problematic gamble. Trump has described the war in Ukraine as a bloody mess and promised to end it quickly. Putin would also like to end it quickly, but on his terms. Interestingly, his terms seem to overlap with Trump's. First, a ceasefire in place, meaning Russia keeps roughly 20% of Ukraine. Second, Ukraine gets barred from NATO and likely the European Union. It becomes a neutral nation, aligned not with the West, which is what it wants, but with Russia. This deal could end the war, as Trump has promised, but Ukraine, left out in the cold, would justifiably scream betrayal, pointing a bloody finger at the United States and launching on its own a desperate guerrilla war against Russia. In another form, then, the war would continue.
The bloodshed must stop, and this war must end.
NATO, the once reliable bulwark against Russian aggression, would effectively be shattered, unable any longer to depend on America's word or its military support. On the other side of the world, China might be encouraged to attack Taiwan, which it has often threatened to do. Would the U.S. protect Taiwan more reliably than it did Ukraine? If this kind of Ukraine deal were to happen, it would send a chilling message that America has indeed changed.
The fact of the matter is, I asked people to picture what would happen if we were not supporting Ukraine.
Remember, the United States promised the world that it would help Ukraine for as long as it takes. But a deal leaving Ukraine in a ditch would mean America's role as a trusted global leader would now be a thing of the past.